Yo, what is good everyone? OJ here. Welcome to another video. Today, we've got some fantastic information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with Fire Emblem Heroes. This game has earned another impressive 17 million in worldwide revenue during October. So Fire Emblem Heroes is the mobile game for Nintendo that keeps on trucking. Another successful month banked into there for Intelligent Systems and Nintendo. Worldwide revenue pulling between the App Store and Google Play saw the game draw roughly 17.4 million worldwide and provides Nintendo with a 12.2 million and about 200 million in 2018 overall. So Fire Emblem Heroes has been responsible for around 72% of Nintendo's game revenue to date in 2018. In October though, that figure did drop, but that's only because Dragalia Lost came around. So dropped about 37% and Dragalia Lost came in. So you're probably seeing some players from Fire Emblem Heroes kind of cross over just a little bit over to Dragalia Lost. But hey, more titles bringing in more revenue, that's good for Nintendo. So Fire Emblem Heroes was also on the rise month-to-month sales though, saw a 3.8% increase up from September's figure of 16.8 million. Now year over year, it is down 3.8%, which was approximately 18 million at that time. But just going back and seeing, pretty much looking at mobile games in general, usually after a year that game is dropped off a lot, except for the top of the top. The fact that Fire Emblem is still around and it's still doing really well on the mobile platform is really good for Nintendo, and definitely better than what anybody could have predicted. If you said, hey, about a year and a half ago, you're going to have Mario, Animal Crossing, and Fire Emblem on mobile, what is going to sell the best and bring in the most revenue? Nobody would have said Fire Emblem, but that's exactly what's going on here. So I do want to talk about this just a bit more as it relates to Fire Emblem Three Houses and what's going on with Fire Emblem Heroes. Now, if you want some more information on the mobile revenues and everything, check out the link in the description below. But I honestly feel because of the popularity of Fire Emblem Heroes, because of what's been going on here, this is really going to boost up Fire Emblem Three Houses. I've talked about it before, but the popularity of this game continues to just grow and grow and grow, and we have never seen Fire Emblem more popular than it is right now at this point. Even back with Smash Brothers, even with the Fire Emblem Awakening, even with Fire Emblem Fates, those were really popular games and kind of brought back the series from its deathbed pretty much. And the fact that we're at this point to where you can have a Fire Emblem game that's grossing more than a Mario or Animal Crossing, and yes, I know that it's mobile, that's a completely different sector than home consoles, but still, it shows that there's a lot of popularity there, and we've seen that yes, mobile games can bring in new fans, and not only bring in new fans, but bring in new fans who want to actually purchase the hardware. We saw that with Pokemon Go. We saw how when Pokemon Go came out, there were a bunch of people going out there and buying the Pokemon games on the Nintendo 3DS. We're going to see if that has a transfer over to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee on the Nintendo Switch, because it's kind of in the same style, has some functionality with Pokemon Go, so I think there's going to be some of that as well. So I definitely think we're going to get some crossover there. Now, if you're looking at Fire Emblem Three Houses and you're looking at Fire Emblem Heroes, I honestly feel you're going to see a lot of people that say, hey, I want a more core Fire Emblem experience. I like this experience on mobile. I have my Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I can take this anywhere I want as well and play the game, especially in Japan. The games have always been popular, but I think this is where Fire Emblem blows up to where it gets bigger than it's ever been before, just because of Fire Emblem Heroes, the popularity of all of them, and now bringing it over to the Nintendo Switch. This is the most popular Nintendo home console in a while in Japan, so people just see it as just like the perfect type of hybrid for Nintendo, because it's a home console and it's also a portable as well. So I think that we're going to see big things out of Fire Emblem Three Houses because of Fire Emblem Heroes, and don't be surprised to see in Nintendo's financial reports next year at some point Fire Emblem Three Houses hits like 3-4 million units really quick, especially when you see stuff like Mario Tennis, and you also see Kirby and ARMS, those games going over 2 million units or right around that point. Definitely for a game like Fire Emblem that's had that success before, that's had that 2 million units plus before with the 3DS games. Now you're bringing over to the Nintendo Switch, and if it really reviews well and gets all of that with this whole Fire Emblem Heroes bump, I think we're going to see a lot more sales than what people are expecting. So what do you guys think about Fire Emblem Heroes, the effect it could have on Fire Emblem Three Houses, and what we talked about here with the revenues? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next topic here, we've got some upgraded functionality for the Nintendo Switch eShop, and it's probably still not up to where most people would like it to see. People who go on the eShop quite a bit, but still, I think it's getting better with this update. So let's go ahead and talk about it and what you can expect from it. So in the past, visiting the Nintendo Switch eShop section, or at least the search section of the eShop, was a little bit of a blank page. You didn't really see much. Users were shown with just a search box, and that was pretty much it. But now at this point, we've got more than search box. We have been upgraded on the eShop. There's specific filters that are on the main page, including genre, price range, games with demos, and DLC. So it does look a little bit different. You guys are seeing it right here, and it does help out a bit. Now, some of you guys might already know my opinion on this, but I will just kind of restate it. Whenever I go on the eShop, it's either to plug in a code or I'm getting something that I exactly know what I want. For example, like I'm plugging in SteamWorld Dig 2. I'm on the internet a lot. I research what games I want. If I want something on the eShop only, I go in there and I know what I'm getting. I put it into the search bar, or it's already up on one of the most recent releases, and that's that. However, there's this whole sub-segment apparently that I didn't really know too much about, but it's definitely there. Not denying that it's there, that people that just like to go into the eShop and search and try to find things, or whatever the case is. And if you've been doing that, then obviously the eShop is probably not the best experience for you. It can be a little bit sluggish at times. It can not have enough different things to kind of filter out stuff, and this update should definitely help. Although I am interested in going into this here and going into genre, then putting in RPG and seeing what pops up. I would basically use this as just like out of curiosity, not because I actually need to use it to find anything, because anything that I want to find on the eShop, I can find on Nintendo.com, find out more about it, get more information, see reviews, whatever the case is, and then I can go and make my purchase. That's kind of how I do it. It's a two-part type of thing, because Nintendo doesn't really have any type of actual like reviews or any type of more footage that you can watch. I mean, there is some stuff, but not really. It's a lot easier to just do it on the internet, or even do it on your mobile phone, than go into the eShop knowing what you want so you can just punch it in. But not everybody does that. I get that some people like to surf the eShop and kind of find different things, maybe find some hidden gems. We have YouTubers that make videos about that all the time. So it's a little bit different for everybody out there, but this upgraded functionality is definitely a good thing. That's not going to hurt anybody at all, and we're going to see Nintendo make upgrades and changes to the eShop as we go along. Now, it might be taking a little bit longer than some would think, but at the same time, they are still making some upgrades there. So hopefully they continue to upgrade the eShop, make it better, make it easier for people to go in there and find what they want. So what do you guys think about this upgraded functionality with the search bar and everything? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the final topic here, we have some Five Nights at Freddy's series information. So PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch are all getting the Five Nights at Freddy's games with new improved HD graphics as well. Plus, there is just a bunch of Five Nights at Freddy's news, guys. There is movie news. We have Five Nights at Freddy's AR, that's about 10% complete. You have Five Nights at Freddy's Into Madness, which is about 0% complete. We have the console ports, which is 20% complete. There's also apparently a big AAA game that's going to be coming, which is 0% complete. And then there is a new book series, which is 20% complete. So the creator of the game has given us kind of a full rundown about each one of the different projects here. And there's a little bit of, not even really a full rundown, like a paragraph or two about each one of these different things. So if you want to read all about the other stuff when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's, you can definitely do so, link in the description below. But we're going to go over the console ports, which is 20% complete. So here is what he had to say on the matter. I'm working closely with the people at Click Team to create new, improved HD ports of all the original games. They will be released on Android, iOS, Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation. So I do want to talk about this just a little bit, because there was a rumor that Five Nights at Freddy's was going to be coming to Nintendo Switch a while ago, and that rumor turned out to be true. So if you're a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, you'll be able to play the game anywhere that you want on the Nintendo Switch with HD graphics, and that's going to be cool. I know Five Nights at Freddy's blew up a couple years ago. There was all sorts of game theories and just stuff that people would do. The creator of the game made a ton of money off of Steam sales and everything, so he's invested a lot of that money into various different projects here to kind of build his own Five Nights at Freddy's empire here. So this game is not a normal type of game. It's really heavily based on lore and story. That's what I realized from watching other stuff. Now, I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's at all. I've just looked at gameplay videos. Definitely not my style of game, but I'm kind of into what's going on with the lore and everything, so maybe I'll check it out when it does come to the Nintendo Switch. But that's all the information on Five Nights at Freddy's, guys. I think a lot of you guys are probably going to be happy that it's coming over to Nintendo Switch and consoles. You can play it there if you didn't catch them on PC. So there's a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's games coming, and more games is always a good thing, so I'm happy that they're coming over. So what do you guys think about all the different topics that we discussed here today with Fire Emblem, also the eShop, and Five Nights at Freddy's? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the internet, in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages, and consider supporting PlayerEssence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube membership. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.